Floridians know the cost of hurricane destruction. Last season, we got lucky. But luck doesn't protect your home. Fortunately, Storm Smart has dependable custom hurricane protection products. Hurricane screens, accordion shutters, aluminum roll-down shutters, flood mitigation systems. Because protected beats lucky every time. Be safe, be smart, be Storm Smart.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home.
How you doing, everybody? It's a Tuesday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live. And in case you did not know, the World Cup starts on Thursday and runs through July. So coming up on our second segment, we are going to be talking to the folks from Legoland. And Legoland has a FIFA World Cup exhibit going on at the park. And we're going to talk about how y'all can get involved. Thus, the Lego trophies right here. If you're watching on the spot, as always, appreciate you tuning in. We always say, the best way to experience this is kind of an interactive show. Days when we're actually not on the spot because the WNBA are on or the Bolts are on, it's constant interaction. But when we're on television, it's a little bit of both. We focus in on the TV viewers while at the same time we have our folks on socials. As always, Nancy, nice to see you. Eric, good to see you. Happy Tuesday to you. Dave, same to you. Nancy, nice to see you. Amanda and Home Assassins in the house with Karen. Carol's here. Linda, Ren, as always. Linda, so you may not know, but Ren has the second fastest wiener dog in Florida. Stella. It's a true story. And I'm just saying, Ren, maybe you got to alter your training tactics just a little bit to get her over the top to be the fastest. I mean, we love second place, but I think we'd like first better. So let us know how that's going. Dominique in Newport Richie, how you doing? Anna Maria in Largo. Linda, nice to see you. So lots and lots of folks here. Got a lot to talk about. So we are now entering historically what would be considered the rainy season. We all know we need it. We are in a significant drought, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. The next 6 or 7 days, you're going to hear a lot of talk about rain in the forecast. And it is rain in the forecast, but it is Florida rain in the forecast. And you know what that means. It means it could be pouring at your neighbor's house, and you're cursing the weather guy across the street because you're not getting a drop of rain here. And that is really what our forecast is going to be coming up over the next several days. So we're going to jump right into it because we do have some stuff to talk about, including the tropics. There's a look at the radar, and you see a couple of showers, northern Polk County, maybe eastern Pasco County, but otherwise very little going on right now. I got to find my clicker. I put my clicker over here. So there we go. Got my clicker now. All right. Got to have my clicker. How do I advance the maps without my clicker, which is really nothing more than just a newfangled garage door opener. But it works. So there, look at temperatures right now. Upper 80s to lower 90s. Mid 80s Wesley Chapel. 86 Clearwater. 87 St. Pete. 90 in Tampa. 86 in Bartow. Highs today about where they were supposed to be. Notice, though, a little hotter on the coast than it is inland. 92 Sarasota today in St. Pete, 90 in Clearwater and Plant City, as well as Lakeland, 88 in Sebring. So the one thing you notice today, kind of an interesting day. Look how cloudy it is out there, right? Cloudy skies, 90 degrees, but look at the humidity, 30%. So, I mean, the humidity is about as low as you will ever see it, and we still are socked in with cloud cover. Wow, look at that shot. Holy cow, I gotta move this banner back. I'm gonna take this back. Wait a minute, let's move the banner out of the picture. Nice. There's our Feeding Tampa Bay cam. That is a sunset, guys. You know what? Why? I'm going to post this on Facebook right now while we are speaking. So please forgive me because this is just too cool not to. All right. So, so talk about multitasking. We're on TV, we're on streaming, and I'm right now posting to our webpage. What a sunset. All right. There we go. Post, and then we'll get back into it. But yeah, we are going to notice more sunshine tomorrow compared to what we had today, but the moisture is returning with a southeast wind. All right, published. All right, there we go. It is published. And outside right now, the high today hit 90, the morning low 77. And that's about right. I mean, normals are 90 and 75. So there's a look at the satellite. Not a lot going on. We all know that the key, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell it to you right now. The key to us getting the kind of rain that we need in our neck of the woods in the summertime is a southeast wind. It's what we consider our classic summertime pattern, all right? You get a southeast wind, not only do you get the Gulf Coast sea breeze hooking up around Oldsmar around 2 o'clock and you're gonna get some rain, but then you get a larger area coming in from east to west throughout the afternoon and evening. So it's when we get our greatest coverage of rain. So you got all the computers, you got all the stuff out there to help you predict the weather. 9 times out of 10 in Florida, once you hit the rainy season, which is right about now starting, and by the way, the rainy season doesn't just start, oh, boom, it's the rainy season. It builds because the moisture builds, because the heating of the Gulf builds, all right? So when you have a southeast wind, the majority of the time that rain makes it all the way back toward the coast. When you have a southwest wind, unfortunately, for people along the beach, the majority of the rain is inland and the east coast. And over the next 7 days, we're going to get a little bit of everything. I'm going to show you that coming up in a minute as well. So there's a look at Futurecast. Let's go ahead and take it full. You can kind of get a better idea what we're talking about here. So tonight, nothing more than an isolated shower. Tomorrow morning, dry in the morning. Southeast wind means afternoon and evening action. Now notice 1 o'clock. Remember what I was saying? Right along Oldsmar, you know, down along that Gulf breeze, you see an isolated downpour. It's very isolated, but it's there. But the bigger area is off to the east. Highlands County, Hardee, DeSoto, Polk County. And that all tries to move in. But here is what makes the forecast the next 4 or 5 days very tricky. The winds are going to be all over the place. There's no dominant weather feature. Matter of fact, high pressure is going to be on top of us. And because of that, the winds can go in any direction. So the steering currents for these rains through Sunday are going to be very chaotic. In other words, they could pop at almost any time. And that's why even on Thursday morning, the models are showing a few showers out there and then a few more in the afternoon. But I do think, and this is not the greatest news for the coast, I do think the prevailing wind for much of the period is going to eventually turn to the southwest. And when you get a southwest wind, in spite of the fact that, look here, look at that, looks great, right? Good rain every day. Nope, that's just not Florida. Even though the coverage will be widespread, we all know overall about maybe 40 to 50% of us are going to get rain. The other 40 or 50% are going to be cursing the folks who did get the rain, saying, how come I didn't get it? And I would argue for you need to check your life choices out, because ultimately that's what it boils down to. If you're not getting rain, I would reevaluate your life choices. Regardless, Saturday and Sunday, it looks good. A lot of things planned this weekend outdoors. It is going to be one of those deals where the rain could be almost anywhere, any place, anytime. But I will tell you that I do think with a west-southwest wind setting up, there could be a few morning coastal showers, but the bulk of the heavier downpours will be inland east of I-75. East of I-75 all the way to the East Coast. In the tropics, we do have a couple of systems out there. One of them is named Christina. They're in the Pacific, not the Atlantic. And notice, and the Euro was showing this for the last week or so. This is from the NHC. You've got Christina out there. The models are expecting it to potentially go across the Yucatan and into the Western Gulf. It will not develop. this. And by the way, a lot of the models are even showing not even that. Look, they're showing just kind of staying to the west and dissipating. So ultimately, we are now getting into a period of time where the tropics and the Pacific stay very active because in an El Nino year, the Pacific historically lights up in the hurricane season, and the Atlantic usually is much quieter. So what you would expect to see for the next 4 to 6 weeks is a lot of action in the Pacific and very little to no action in the Atlantic. And ultimately, I think that's the way it's going to play out. So your beach forecast, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Your beach forecast for tomorrow, partly cloudy, a mixture of clouds and sun, very little chance of any rain. Highs in the mid-80s. For the boaters, water temp 83 degrees, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots, light chop on the bay. And there is the 7-day. Highs in the low 90s, rain chances 30 to 60%. Sounds familiar, right? It's the forecast pretty much every day from late June through August. But I do want to stress that even though the models are showing and you saw some decent coverage, we're still early in that rainy season. So more often than not, I would expect to see less rain than those models are showing, as opposed to when we get into July and August, then the coverage is quite a bit bigger. So there you go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. That was a nice little overview. We are going to talk more tropical weather at the end of the show, but in our next segment, we're talking Legoland and World Cup. That's in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Okay, we are in a break. Bring chair over here, and Derek can get the shot set up. We are still streaming on here, so I will get behind this and hold the chair for you because it has a tendency to move on you.
Yeah, that wouldn't make a pretty.
Got it?
Yep.
All right, now let's check. Derek, you want to take camera 2, Derek, and check her shot? And I can adjust. Okay, so does this look okay to you in that shot? Are you okay with that there, or do you want me to move? Oh, it's that one. Or do you want me to move it?
No, I'm okay with that
okay
there.
With that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Looks really good for you.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. How's the 2 shot? You can get closer if you want to.
All right.
All right. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's what our shot looks like.
Perfect.
We are back in 36 seconds, and Camilla, everybody.
Hello.
Camilla, she
Nice to meet
works
you.
with communications for Legoland.
All right.
And do you know what? I've never been to Legoland.
Oh my God, stop it.
I have never been.
We're less than an hour away.
I know. I feel ashamed. And we were talking about how my kid loves, how my son loves, well, several love Legos, but
Yeah.
I just never made it. All right, we're back.
you have
We're
to.
back in 6 seconds. All right.
Okay.
Back in 5, 4, 3, 2. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live, and Legoland is in the house. And Camilla, welcome to Dennis Phillips
you.
Live. So you actually lived in the Bay Area for a while. Now you're
did.
over in Orlando,
Correct.
so you made it through Helene and Milton.
I did. That was quite the experience, I have to say. I had just moved to Tampa at the time, and even though I went through Irma in Orlando, going through those 2 were like, they were quite scary, but I do
Yeah.
have to say, your rule number 7 just made it very easy.
Well, thank you. That's very kind. So now you're more inland, and you're with Legoland. And so tell you what, I just made a confession in the commercial break. I just confessed that I've never been to Legoland. I'm ashamed. I have 6 kids, too. So you'd think at some point in time
yes.
I would have made it over there. But my son is obsessed with Legos. My older one, he graduated FSU, but he's the one who made the typewriter and the Empire
Yes,
State
that's one of
Building,
my
the Chrysler Building, whatever. So he loves doing it. And I
He needs to come.
I think Legos, with some kids, they're just a passion.
It really is. You grow up with it, right? So I see, like, for me, I really grew up building Lego with my family, and I just recently, like, my sister lives in Norway, so we went to spend Christmas last year. And one of our favorite activities was really to just sit and build Lego together between me, her, and my niece. We would spend hours. We built so many sets while I was there for 2 weeks. It was amazing.
And maybe it's a personality thing, because I think you do have to have the right kind of mindset.
You do.
And I'm not so sure I do, but my son and my kids do. But Legoland, this is you know, it's been, now when did the park open? It was,
Oh my God, yeah, we are 15 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are about 15 years, yes.
so for the folks who have never gone, tell them what that experience is like.
So Legoland is really, we have over 50 rides and entertainment. What you're seeing now is Miniland, is our heart of the park. We have coasters, and the great thing is that it's really for the family, you know, like Galactic Coaster is that you're seeing on screen, is our new coaster that opened in February, and it's the perfect first coaster. Like, I took my 5-year-old on it, and he had a blast. So really, it's for those kids that are ready for a little bit more thrill, but at the same time are not quite ready for the big coasters yet. So I think that's a great start for them. And it's really the hands-on experience. I think that's what kids love the most, is going there and being able to, everywhere you go, we have build tables. So that's amazing. And there is always something going on. So right now, on Thursday, we have the FIFA World Cup 2026 experience starting. Then right after that, we run right into Lego Festival. And once that's over, we'll start with our biggest brick or treat yet.
So getting a lot of comments from folks. Anna Maria saying loves the original portion of Cypress Gardens was kept.
That was very important for us from day one, was really to keep that part. It's so historical for Florida. Like, my mother-in-law, the first thing she told me when I got the job was like, oh my God, I used to go to Cypress Garden when I was little and would see like all those ladies in the big dresses. And so we really kept it. The gardens are still there, they're beautiful. You still can walk around, and it's a really like good break from the craziness of a theme park to just go for a walk and really be in touch with nature and see like we still have little animals running around, and yeah, it's just a big part of us.
And Linda said they took their boys to the Legoland in San Diego.
Correct.
So there's more than one.
There is. We have 3 Legoland in the United States. The first one is in California, in San Diego. Then we have the Legoland Florida one in Winter Haven, and we have the Legoland New York one. So it's 3 of them.
So David's asking, what is the admission? How does it work? You know, is it families? I mean, how does it work for the costs?
Yes. So best way is to go to legoland.com/Florida, because of course prices change depending on the season. But the biggest thing is we always have offers going on. The biggest one and coolest one in my opinion right now is like, especially for locals, if you get an annual pass, we're giving $100 off right now.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, you can go whenever you want, and you get to go to all those events, you get to really experience. And it's, to be honest with you, it's not only a one-day destination anymore, Dennis. We really grew, and that's what we're really trying to show people, that we are a multi-day destination nowadays.
So coming up this week, and we're gonna take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about how Legoland and the World Cup have combined, and it is an interactive experience, correct?
100%. There is just so much for soccer fans, or even just like kids at heart. There's just so much to see.
All right, we'll be back in 90 seconds to talk about that as Dennis Phillips Live continues. So you notice we run our own commercial breaks here. I mean, this is all pretty much just self-inclusive. Now, we can call up we can actually call up the website if you want to.
Oh yeah.
I can take it coming out.
There you go.
All right, we'll go ahead and take that coming out with a double box. There we go. That'll work. All right. And if you want to, you can actually scroll.
Scroll. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, go ahead and do that, and we'll take that when we come back out.
Yeah. Let me see. Where's
35 seconds?
Here.
Is that 55? That's 55.
53. Yeah.
Okay. So Kevin worked at Cypress Gardens back in high school.
Wow.
Kevin, wow.
That's amazing. You probably know so many nice stories that I definitely would love to hear, because there's so much.
Now, Charlotte's asking, is there one in London?
There's one in Windsor.
In Windsor,
as she mentioned, yes. We have one in Denmark as well. That's our very first one. It's close to Copenhagen. So there are many Legolands out there.
Okay, yeah. I'll mention a couple of these comments when we come back out as well.
Yeah.
15, 17 seconds, okay. All right, so guys, what we'll do, we're gonna talk about the World Cup stuff, then we'll have one more break, and then we'll finish with the tropics, all right? And then we have a hockey game. All right, we are back in 5, 4, 3, 2. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. We're talking Legoland and the World Cup, and you can kind of see the website right here. I can kind of scroll through it, but we're getting a lot of comments. So apparently, you had mentioned that there's a Legoland in Denmark and
Yes.
one in Windsor,
Yes.
you know, outside of London. And a lot of folks have been saying they remember it definitely from the Cypress Garden days even.
Yeah.
In fact, Alina says, 18-year-old here, I don't have my actual driver's license, but I do have my Legoland driver's license.
That's amazing. That's one thing we offer. Yes, you can get your very first driver's license at our driving school.
That's oh, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Kids love it.
So there's a look at the website, but
Yeah.
so tell me a little bit more about what's going on this week, and I guess for the next 5 or 6 weeks with the
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah, so June 11 is the kickoff of the World Cup, and it's the kickoff of our FIFA World Cup 2026 experience at Legoland. And we are offering a full-on hands-on activation, so there is a lot going on. It's really a celebration of this huge soccer event. And kids and parents can come in and they can build their own Lego jersey to put it in our wall. They can take a photo with the trophy that you see right here. So we have a trophy there, and they are able to take a photo. Yep. And we also have like our hype tunnel. So when you go through, it's like you are a real soccer player
Oh, that's
going
cool.
through, and you can hear the crowd cheering. And then my favorite one that I got a sneak peek today is really our kickoff experience, that you go and you can shoot a penalty against our Lego minifigures. So what happens is dad, mom, whoever goes behind to control the minifigure as the goalie, and kids can come in and shoot. And so I'm just so excited to see how many kids will be able to score against parents. It's going to be great.
That's awesome. And how long is that going to be going on? Through the time of the World Cup, or will it go
Yes.
on longer than that?
No, it's going until July 19th. That's
Okay.
the last day for the World Cup and last day for our event, because right after that, on July 20th, we have Lego Festival starting. It's another fan favorite.
So, and I guess talking about in the fall and the winter as well, so there are themes that go on all the way through the end of the year, yes?
All the way. So we just last week actually announced the dates for our Brick or Treat. That's our fan favorite event. And it's the biggest one ever. We are starting this year on September 5th and going all the way to October 31st. There's going to be some new surprises, but you guys will have to wait and see for that. But there's definitely a lot going on, and then right after that, we jump right into Holidays at Legoland, that you get to take a photo with Lego Santa. That's my favorite part.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a blast. Again, I do have to get over there. And
Please do.
I know, and I have no excuses. I've lived here 31 years, so there's really
Yes,
there's
I
no
would love to
excuse.
see you just, doing the penalty shootout against our minifigure. It would be great.
It would be a blast. Well, thank
Yes.
you so much for
Of
coming out. Good
course.
luck with the event.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for bringing these lovely and by the way, who built these?
Our master model builders.
Okay.
That one took them 6 hours to build.
Wow. And
Yes,
yeah, that's,
this one was a little longer because it does have some interactive elements that it moves around. But yeah, so, and we will have those at our Lego shop, so the guests can come and purchase the exclusive FIFA Lego sets and build them at home. So that's pretty cool.
and then
too.
get their picture with the trophy.
Yes.
All right, well,
That's
thank you
really
very
cool.
much. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
Back with a tropical update in 90 seconds as DPL continues. All right, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yes,
That was
thank
awesome.
you, Dennis.
Here,
This
I
was
can-
great.
I can move this so I don't break it.
Oh yeah, though. Well,
I'll put it
little
over here.
secret for behind the scenes, we do glue them.
Oh, yeah, I figure you have to. Yeah.
But yeah,
My son did that too, actually. He glued his.
it's the easiest way, right? Let me
Yeah.
get my purse here.
He also built a rocket, like a Saturn V rocket, and it's like this tall.
Yes.
I mean,
We have like huge ones. Like the biggest one is the Titanic.
oh, there's a Titanic?
Yes.
Is it full size or is it cracked?
No, it's the full size.
Okay. I mean, what if it was like halfway, like halfway open? Well,
But whenever you want to come, Dennis.
well, thank you. It's very kind. I appreciate it. It's great to meet you. All right, guys. So we have another 4.5 minutes, 30 seconds left. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I have the patience. I was saying that. It requires a ton of patience, and that kind of mindset, I think, to be good at Lego building. And two of my sons are like that. You know me, I'm scatterbrained. I don't know if I have that kind of dedication or patience. I just don't. I wish I did. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to our last segment of Dennis Phillips Live. Again, thanks to Camilla from Legoland for stopping by. And sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun out there. I mean, I think a lot of little kids love going, but I know a lot of big kids do too. My son, Josh, you know, who graduated FSU last year, he is a Lego maniac, and I have no doubt he would love going. So we're going to talk quickly about tropics, okay? Because we get here. First, let's jump back into the 7-day in case you just tuned in. And we are going to see a better chance of scattered storms starting tomorrow. So we are going to have, there will be rain on the radar every single day, okay? That I can assure you. The problem is it will not be in the same place, and that coverage only 30 to 50% means the majority of the time, a lot of folks aren't going to get rain. Where you live, you might see rain 2 out of 7, maybe 3 out of 7 days. It's a start. It's a process. And once we get into July and August, the moisture is deeper, the Gulf is warmer. We see a more widespread potential rain event when we get our rainy days. But I do want to show you the Euro. And this will give you a real nice view about what we're looking at. We're going to start at the right time, which is here, okay? And let's go through the next 2 weeks, all right? This takes us through tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're dry. Look at the East Coast. See how, I'm going to go back. There's 8 a.m., there's 2 p.m. See how everything moves from east to west, all right? Even 8 o'clock at night, that's between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock is when the best opportunity, this is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. This is the best opportunity for the storms inland, away from the coast, but trying to come back toward the beach, all right? And they linger even into the midnight hour. Thursday morning, 8 o'clock. We already start to see some changes to the wind direction. And I think we're going to be very slow moving showers. And I think the heaviest will be inland Thursday and again on Friday. Notice Friday, inland areas with the prevailing wind starting to blow out of the more west-southwest. And when that happens, you might see a few morning coastal showers. The Gulf isn't quite warm enough. Historically, the Gulf needs to be about 86 or higher for you to start to see enough energy for morning showers with an onshore flow. The Gulf's about 83, 84 right now, so we're not quite there yet. But there could be a few showers. I will also tell you an onshore flow often can bring water spouts. But there's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and look how everything shifts away. This is Saturday, shifts away from the coast and pushes inland. And then look where the heaviest rain is at night. 8 o'clock at night, Saturday night, the coast dries out. Inland and east coast picks up the heaviest rain. And that is a look at a west-southwest flow starting Saturday and again on Sunday. Sunday morning, onshore flow, maybe a couple of coastal showers, even into the early afternoon. But the bulk of the rain by late afternoon and the evening, as you see again, pushes inland and east. So that is Saturday, that is Sunday. That was Sunday, you're looking right here. Here's Monday morning, same thing, heaviest rain east. So unfortunately, it does appear that inland and east coast will pick up most of the rain with this kind of a pattern over the next 7 to 10 days, all right? And then possibly the Euro is trying to bring a front in by the middle of June. So go figure. I mean, you never know. That can happen. It's happened before. So bottom line, say it again, tomorrow, Thursday, and into Friday, the West Coast has a chance of picking up rain, but the chances are far greater inland starting on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and early next week. In the tropics, nothing going on in the Atlantic. There is some action in the Pacific, possibly a crossover, but nothing more than a disorganized system. No development is expected. And there you have it. That's our forecast in a nutshell. Thank you so much for watching Dennis Phillips Live tonight. I got a hockey game to watch. The Hurricanes and the Golden Knights start on ABC in just a couple of minutes. Have a great night. All right, guys, that would be it. Yeah, Eric, definitely. If you're in Pinellas, once you hit mid-afternoon, everything's going to be pushing inland. That is correct. All right. You guys have a good night. Dr. Beach Gem is here on Thursday. I can't remember who our guest is tomorrow, but if you're not familiar with Dr. Beach Gem, she's amazing, and she's going to be on Thursday night show. So we are on the spot all week long, except for Friday, and Friday has the WNBA. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you on our next edition of Dennis Phillips Live. See you guys.